This channel uploaded their first video, and today it has a 10% click-through rate, 50% retention, and over 200,000 views. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do the same. If you're like me, you've seen all these channels on YouTube exploding with just a few videos, but you just can't seem to get there. Somehow everyone seems to be doing it but you. So today I'm going to show you how to crack the YouTube algorithm. Let's start with the basics. YouTube wants people to stay on their app for the longest time possible, and therefore, if your video can keep people on YouTube and earn them money, they will reward you with more views and more money. The key to getting people to click and watch your video the longest is based on 4 key things: the thumbnail, the title, the story, and the editing. Often, people think that fast-paced editing and clickbaity thumbnails will get them views and good retention. However, people forget that storytelling is the most important element. Storytelling is the difference between a dead video and a viral video. Most of you will have been taught how to write a story in school. To start with the introduction, reach the climax, and to finish the story with the conclusion. However, this doesn't work. It's too simplistic to allow the audience to be engaged. So, in order to find out how we actually make a story that keeps people watching, we need to go back to the film industry and learn how they create movies. The way they do it is called the hero's journey, and every successful movie and YouTube channel uses this. It's a crucial framework that guarantees success. If you fill in the gaps in this framework, you're bound to have an irresistible story that will keep your viewers hooked for hours. Let's use Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone as an example of a movie and break it down into the hero's journey. So, the first section of the hero's journey is called the ordinary world. This is where we see the hero's normal life at the start of the story before the adventure. Film introduces how Harry is just a normal kid living in a British home, but with a slight tinge of magic. For your video, this is just an introduction to the topic. If it's a video essay on Grand Theft Auto 5, you might be introducing the backstory of GTA, Call to Adventure. The call to adventure in Harry Potter is when he receives the letters through his door inviting him to be a student at Hogwarts. For videos, this is explaining the main point or idea of the video and perhaps teasing the climax to keep viewers engaged. Meeting the mentor. Having a helpful character in your story, someone with knowledgeable or a source of information, can reinforce your storytelling and make it more credible. Hagrid is introduced as the first mentor Harry will meet throughout his story. Entering the unknown. This is the point where the character enters the world of adventure, and in Harry Potter, this is where Harry enters Diagon Alley and gets his first taste of the wizarding world. In your YouTube video, this is the breaking point of the journey or the start of the challenge. Trials and tribulations. These are the first challenges a character faces within a story. The first test in Harry Potter is the sorting hat, which decides what house Harry will be placed in. The other trials and tribulations he faces are the Quidditch team or Voldemort being introduced as the series' main villain. In your video, there could be simple barriers that separate you from reaching the climax. This adds some character building to the video. Approaching the final test. This is quite literally the approach to the big event in the video. In Harry Potter, this is where he enters the dungeons and completes the challenges of the Philosopher's Stones. In your video, this is the build-up to your central point, the core of your video, the final test. The final test is the final battle in the movie. Harry, in the final test, meets Voldemort, who resides in Professor Quirrell's body, and he successfully defeats Professor Quirrell and Voldemort by using magic. In your video, this could simply be overcoming the biggest challenge you face throughout your journey. Reward. The reward is a section in which the main character achieves his great goal and gets his reward. In this case, Harry is awarded the Philosopher's Stone by Dumbledore and completes the main plot. For your video, this could be something like killing the final boss in your game or the prize of the challenge in the video. The road back. The road back is usually a short period of time where the protagonist leads a metaphorical road home back to their normal life and will encounter a few issues along the way. In your video, this could be a reflection on all the issues you faced during your challenge and how well you handled them. For example, a weight loss challenge and the struggles within it. Resurrection. The resurrection here in Harry Potter is quite literal, as he wakes up resurrected in the hospital. In your video, this could be interpreted as the final realization of the effect the journey had on you. Cheerful outcome. This is essentially the happy ending in movies. In Harry Potter, Harry and the Gryffindor house win the house cup and all is well. In your video, this is the final resolution. Perhaps you went from poor to rich or from fat to fit. You should have a new life at this point.